1. I went to a new steak restaurant last night that
I went to a new steak restaurant last night
opened near my house.
that opened near my house.
I love trying new places.
I love trying new places.
To start the meal,
To start the meal,
I had an interesting appetizer.
I had interesting appetizer.
It was some kind of seafood with a
It was some kind of seafood with a
spicy sauce on it.
spicy sauce.
The main dish, of course, was steak.
The main dish, of course, was steak.
It was very small and
It was very small
a little tough, though.
and a little tough though.
However, the vegetables were great.
However, the vegetables were great,
Nice and fresh, but not too oily.
nice and fresh, but not too oily.
The final thing was the best.
The final thing was the best,
The dessert.
the dessert.
It was apple pie with a lot of ice cream on it. It was apple pie with a lot of ice cream on it.
It was the apple pie with a lot of ice cream on it.
I know that I shouldn't eat so many sweets,
I know that I shouldn't eat so many sweets,
but it was delicious.
but it was delicious.
2.
Have you ever tried that seafood restaurant on Main Street?
Have you ever tried the seafood restaurant on Main Street?
You should.
You should.
It's great.
It's great.
I go there often.
I go there often.
In fact,
In fact,
I went there last weekend.
I went there last weekend.
To begin,
To begin,
I had a salad.
I had salad.
It was nice and fresh
It was nice and fresh
with a great house dressing.
with a great house dressing.
My main dish
My main dish
was a fish that I had never tried.
was the fish that I have never tried.
I really enjoyed the spices it was cooked in.
I really enjoyed the spices. It was cooked down.
The vegetables were good,
The vegetables were good,
very fresh and tasty.
very fresh and tasty.
For dessert,
For dessert,
I had chocolate cake.
I had a chocolate cake.
It's usually very delicious,
It's usually very delicious,
but this time it was much too sweet.
but this time it was much too sweet.
I couldn't eat more than 2 bites.
I couldn't eat more than 2 bites.
That's okay though,
That's okay though,
because I am on a diet.
because I am on diet.
3. My new girlfriend took me to
My new girlfriend took me to
a Chinese restaurant in
the Chinese
her
restaurant
neighborhood the other night.
on the neighborhood the other night.
It was pretty good.
It was but good.
First, we had some egg rolls.
First we had egg rolls.
They were the best I had ever tasted.
They were the best that I had ever tasted.
Then, we ordered the beef and pepper stir fry.
Then we ordered the peas and
Stir fry. It came in a very interesting sauce, so we had some egg rolls. They were the best I had ever tasted. Then, we ordered the beef and pepper stir fry.
better pearl fries.
It came in a very interesting sauce.
It came in a very interesting sauce.
Spicy,
Spicy,
but not too spicy.
but not too spicy.
We also ordered the steamed vegetables,
We also ordered the trim vegetable,
but they were awful.
but they were awful.
They were really too soft.
They were really too salt.
The dessert was a big bowl of fresh fruit.
The dessert with baseball
fresh fruit.
fresh fruit.
Some of the fruit I had never seen.
Some of the fruit I never seen.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
And so was my date.
And so is my date.
4.
For lunch, my coworker and I went to a nice little French restaurant near our office.
For lunch, my coworker.
For lunch, my coworker and I went to a nice
And I went to next
little French restaurant near our
French restaurant near my office.
office. He didn't feel like eating much.
It didn't feel like eating.
For lunch, my coworker and I went to a nice little French restaurant near our office. He didn't feel like eating much, so
He didn't feel like eating much, so
he just had a small salad.
he just had small salad.
I had a large meal though.
I had a large meal though.
First, I had the onion soup.
I had onion
Onion soup, but it was much too salty.
but it was much salty.
For my main dish,
For my main dish,
I had a piece of pork.
I had a piece of pork.
It was too dry and had
It was chilled rice and had
no taste.
no taste.
The vegetables were perfect
The vegetables were perfect
though.
though.
Broccoli and peas.
Broccoli and peas.
Those are my favorites.
Those were my favorites.
Finally, I had a
Finally.
large bowl of chocolate
I had a large bowl of chocolate
mousse.
mousse.
It was just like the chocolate mousse I had in France during my last vacation, dry and had no taste. The vegetables were perfect though. Broccoli and peas. Those are my favorites. Finally, I had a large bowl of chocolate mousse. It was just like the chocolate mousse. Chocolate mousse. It was just like the chocolate mousse I
It was just like chocolate mousse.
had in France during chocolate mousse. It was just like the chocolate mousse I had in France during
It was just like the chocolate juice.
chocolate mousse. It was just like the chocolate mousse I had in France during my last
Just I had in France during my vacation.
Very creamy and
Very creamy
delicious.
and delicious.
I think I'll have it next time too.
I think I had next time too.